What is up, everybody? Life's Apprentice. We're back out plowing some snow, and I'm going to do kind of how-to video about how to plow a parking lot. I have done one, like a super easy parking lot. This one's a little bit more advanced. We're going to take a drive around it. I'll show you what it looks like. It's getting dark here. The snow just stopped falling. We got 2 inches of fairly heavy snow, so it's not a ton of snow. But it's a decent sized lot. This usually takes me about a half an hour. So I'm just going to plow this in real time and show you exactly what's going on. So the lot that I'm doing joins with the lot on the left. You can see where the other plows have gone through on the left. And we're doing this lot on the right. It goes completely around the building. We have multiple entrances. There's actually 3. So we have an entrance here on the left. We have a little lane that comes through here. And you can see we got some wind, so the snow is blowing around a bit. There's another entrance to the left there, and then where I was at when we started, there is another entrance straight ahead of you right there. So I'm going to start on this entrance. This is just the way that I do this particular lot because there's really no room to put snow on this side of the lot. So we need to move all of the snow strategically to the back side of the lot, which means in general, when you're moving snow like that, you're going to want to start furthest away from where you're going to put the snow and work your way towards your piles. So the 2 entrances are not on a busy street. This entrance is kind of on a busy street, and then to the right here, which I'll show you, we have about 200 feet of sidewalk, and we can plow this with the truck. So it makes it pretty nice. I don't have to get out of the truck on this one. And well, here we go. I'm waiting for a clearing in the road right now, and we are going to get to plowing. Now, I have Boss stainless steel 9'2" DXT on a 2019 F250 gas. I'm going to plow to about right here and stop. That way I can push all this towards that back section to your right. So I'm only plowing this little section by the entryway here, and then I'm going to move and push it to the side. So again, I'm going to stop here. This is kind of like a Y in the road here, so we are going to plow this where I can get a straight shot at it here. I just have the blade down and straight on my initial pass. Now we're going to put the plow into scoop mode, which is like this. It is really nice to have a V plow. It is not necessary for even a parking lot like this. It is not completely necessary, but it does make life a little bit easier most of the time. Now I'm just going to scoop this to where I can get a straight shot at it. Pretty simple. I'm only moving the plow a few 10 or 20 feet here on these first initial passes. Now we want to push everything down towards that car where we have some grassy areas that we can put the snow. Now there's kind of a goofy spot here, so I'm going to drive over these piles and get this parking area. I'm going to have to make a pass or 2 here. This stuff is pretty chunky, and from the wind, I think, kind of drifted this a little goofy. So you can see here, I'm pushing this up into the grass in front of me. And we get quite a bit of snow here, so we push our piles back if possible. I push my piles back quite a ways because we get anywhere from, I wouldn't say we get a ton of snow, but compared to most people we do. We get anywhere from, oh God, I don't know, 40 to 80 inches of snow a year. This year has been kind of slow. We haven't gotten a whole lot of snow this year, but it is January 31st today. I'm riding this plow back to my old piles here, up over the grass. You got to be careful with grass. It has been pretty cold, so our grass is frozen pretty good now. But you do need to be careful with grass, just not doing damage to it. Now, I got those first initial passes away from the building. Now we are going to back up and plow those piles that I just put here all the way back. Again, I'm just running the plow to the right, so the snow is rolling off to the right side. Right before I hit that grass, I'm bumping up on the plow slightly. Got some decent piles. This stuff is kind of packy now. It's 27 degrees right now. It's not super cold, just below freezing. The sticky stuff doesn't want to roll off the truck very nice, so I have a feeling I'm going to have some crumbs here to clean up behind me. I just put the plow in scoop. Again, pushing back to my piles. Yep, I did leave a windrow behind me. I'll show you that. So what I typically do when it does like this, and I have a big pile, that first initial pass, when you hit the pile, it'll almost always want to fall off the plow. So what I'll do is I'll actually go through one pass right on the bulk of the snow and just leave it in scoop. Whoa! There you guys go. Leave it in scoop, and we're just going to move a bunch of snow here basically, and then we'll start windrowing again. I find it easier. Sometimes you just get too much, and you're gonna end up having to go back anyways. So now that we got that moved, I think we should be good. Now we're gonna windrow like 3 or 4 times, and we'll have this side done. Now we should be good. It really depends on the snow. If you got really light snow, it rolls off a lot easier. This stuff's kind of sticky and just really doesn't want to roll off the plow very nice. Now I got a couple more passes. We'll be done with this side, and we'll move around. If you guys like this type of video, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know. I know if you're a plow driver, this is probably kind of stupid for you because you've seen it and done it so many times, but everybody's got to start somewhere and learn. There was a point in my life, and I guess every plow driver's life, when they were new, so I figure I'd put this out and maybe I can help somebody. Not that I'm the best plow driver in the world or anything like that, but I have quite a few hours of experience. I should be able to do 2 more passes here. Hitting some old snow there that's kind of frozen. One more pass and we should be good with this portion. It's kind of hard for you guys to see. I wanted to do this more in the daylight. I guess it is daylight still, but it's getting dark fast. I'm make one quick pass just because it's right in the front. We got a couple crumbs here. But we're working our way to the back of this lot. And you can see, I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's some crumbs here. I'm just going to put it in the scoop. And it's right by the front door, so I don't want to leave any extra right there. This will all burn off real nice tomorrow. It's going to be sunny and in the upper 20s. And this is blacktop, so it should melt pretty quick. One more thing I'm going to do while I'm over here is I'm going to push this snow this way, because I wouldn't normally have to do this, but with those vehicles parked right there, they're kind of in my way. Where I would normally plow it, I would normally windrow that to the right, but being that those vehicles are kind of right in this corner, I'm just going to push this snow this way. And this is how plowing can change snow to snow, day to day, week to week. Oh, you guys are falling down here. Day to day, week to week, month to month, hour to hour, depending on where vehicles are parked and if businesses are open, closed. I guess your tactics as far as snow plowing are going to change based on your whole parking lot. The way you plow it could change based on one car. And it's one of those things that's just kind of out of your control. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. You just have to adapt and overcome. So here I'm going to windrow to the right by the dumpsters. Dang, this thing usually stays up there pretty good. And today, it is not doing that for me. I'm plowing this right here where I can windrow it from the other side. And by windrow it, I just mean I can go right or left and plow. Basically, on this side I'll be plowing to the left. That first spot I was plowing to the right. Here we're right in the middle, and so I have to plow it that way. Really like this plow. This plow is new to me this year. It's brand new. And I've always used Boss, and I've had B plows, but this one, I really like it. It's a really, really nice plow. I would recommend it to anyone. I think this F250 is the smallest vehicle that you can put this on. You have to have a 250 or a 350 in order for this plow to be warranted for your vehicle. It has to do with the front GVWR of your truck. I believe this plow needs 5,200 pound GVWR front end. Something like that. And this truck barely meets those requirements. So I have that pushed to the side here. We're going to go in reverse all the way around the building. I'll tell you what, if you want to be a plow driver, you better be good at backing up a truck. Because half your time is in reverse. So here we are to the other side, and we're just basically plowing in a big square here. I'm going to leave this in scoop, and I have a few passes here, not very much, and I need to get it over to here. Once I get it to there, I'm good. Last time I was here, there was a couple of vehicles parked right here, so this could get a little bumpy because there is snow underneath that I have not plowed the last few times I've been here. And it looks like there's a nice sized drift. Yeah, there you can feel where those vehicles were. So I'm just windrowing away, and then I'm just going to scoop that all into a pile. a fair amount of snow there. I don't know if it's just because I didn't plow it last time right in that spot or if it drifted there, but there's actually quite a bit of snow. You can see them piles in front of me, and they're quite big. Probably 8 or 10 inches of snow right there. I think it's a combination of I didn't plow it last time and a drift. A lot of people went out early today and plowed. I waited. It's Sunday. Most of my businesses are closed except for a couple, so I was out this morning. Most people plowed, and then it snowed the rest of the day. Kind of just an annoying snow where you plow everything and then it puts another half of an inch down on everything. Just makes it look like crap. Since it's Sunday, I was a little more relaxed about it. Most of my businesses were closed, so I didn't want to charge them double because I was pretty sure that what happened was going to happen. I've got to fix this camera. I do not know why it will not stay today. Okay, so we got that. Now we got to push this side, which is fairly easy. We're going to push this side. There's a big ditch on this side, and when you're plowing snow, you always want to think about where it's going to go when it melts. And so this ditch is a good spot for us to push snow, and it's not in anyone's way. It's not going to cause any flooding. We're not filling the ditch. Yeah, that's some heavy stuff. I'm spinning. You can see the pile in front of me here. Some heavy snow. So I'm just going to push up against that tree. I'm not pushing it in the ditch, but this will melt nice and go down into the ditch when it melts. I think this is one thing a lot of people don't think of when they plow. Where is it going to go? I see a lot of people put, especially parking lots, they'll put big piles of snow on the drains and parking lots and stuff like that, and it's really not a smart thing to do, because these piles get turned into basically glaciers. They're so hard to move once they've been sitting all winter. I'm going to windrow this to the left. A lot of snow in that one little spot. I don't know if I plowed that spot all year, to be honest with you. There's always been vehicles there. I guess it's good. I don't think I plowed it the last couple of snows. The other thing you want to think about is on a busy road, like this is not a busy road at all. This is actually a dead end, and we're at the end of it. There's a couple houses on it. But when you pile up snow like this at an entrance, it blocks visibility, and that can also be a very bad thing to do, because it could hurt somebody. Somebody could get hurt or get in an accident because they can't see. So that's another thing to consider. Again, in an empty parking lot, you always need to be aware. Behind me, a vehicle just pulled in. Sunday night, these businesses are closed. Why that vehicle's there, I don't know, but you need to constantly be aware of your surroundings. Now here we're just going to windrow this to the left, and we're going to go all the way down the parking lot. This is a very wide entrance on this side, so I'm just going to plow it to the entrance, and then I'm going to pile it up on the sides. there's that. And that vehicle just followed me through the parking lot in my snow track. Really weird. But you just got to always be aware of your surroundings. I've had kids walk right behind me and all sorts of things. And it would be a bad deal to hurt somebody. Or I have been in accidents plowing, but usually due to other people's stupidity, not my own. But that's no excuse. As a plow driver, you always have to be aware of what you're doing. Some decent drifts here. And we got our snow piles, of course. Woo! The reason I didn't back up down this trail the first time is because I was close to that building, and it was just a narrow path. So now that I have two paths broken, much easier to back down. I don't have to drive over those big giant snow piles. Now I'm going to put it in scoop and just push this little bit up to my pile, and then I'm going to go straight left. Just like that. So now I left a couple of strings back there. I'm gonna go back through, clean those up. Not terrible, but when you're turning to the right or the left and your plow is angled the way that you're turning, it makes it even harder. That snow wants to roll off the way that you're turning. In this case, the snow wants to roll to the right while I'm turning to the left. So you're going to have some of that. But I could not push snow to the right until I got over here. Now I'm going to roll some of this to the right. Because that's where the snow wants to go, and I can put it there now. It's kind of a goofy parking lot. That's why I wanted to show this particular one. It's got a little bit of everything. The last pass going to the right here. Yeah, another feller out there doing some snow. Now this is a really wide entrance. It's probably 20 yards wide. So we need to push this snow to the left now, and then I'm gonna just disperse it evenly across this to the left and to the right. And obviously this is the road in front of me. This is the dead end road for the other entrance. One more pass at this. going to put my first pass to the right, so I'm not throwing it in the road. And we're just going to do a couple scoops and push all the snow up into the grass. That guy's wild. It's slippery too underneath this now that it's getting colder. Now we're going to push it to the other way. Guy's a nut. He could give two craps if I'm here. I've never seen him here before. He's crazy. Again, just pushing this up near the ditch. I don't really want to put it in the ditch, but if something ends up in there, you just don't want a big ice block in there. It's going to mess everything up. Now we're going to get a little closer to this trailer and car if we can. And we're going to push this little bit back. Pretty much just plowing straight. No real trick or anything to this. It's just a little area. Normally, like I said before, I would plow this differently if those vehicles weren't there. So it is a little bit goofy having them there. It changes my operation just a little bit, but not too much. Ultimately, the goal is still the same. We are putting snow to the back of the parking lot. Pretty much as simple as that. Now I have one more spot right here, and rather than plow all of this forward, I'm going to get as much of it as I can the lengthwise, and then we'll come back and there's like a car or two width that I can't get. And the best part about this is driving the sidewalk. It's my favorite part. It's not very often you get to plow sidewalks, at least in my area. We're just going to do a couple of scoops here, move the bulk of the snow where we want it. Getting dark fast. I'll be plowing for quite a while yet, unfortunately. I wish. It's literally snowed 3 Sundays in a row. I've had to do snow 3 Sundays in a row, and I was really hoping it was done this morning, so I could just go out and do it and be home by noon. Because I had to go do some commercial accounts at like 3:30 to 5 a.m. And nope. So I was up at 3:30. It's 5:40 p.m. right now, and I'm on like my 3rd account. I see one little crumb I missed over here. I'm gonna go hit. I didn't see it because that skid steer was all up in my business. So we got that cleaned up. Now the last thing is the sidewalk, and this is my favorite part. I love plowing sidewalks. I don't know why. It's satisfying for some reason. You do really need to be careful plowing sidewalks, and I wouldn't recommend this depending on your customer and how picky they are, or because this can do some serious damage if it's not done properly. You can really mess up some grass and sidewalk and rut things up and make a mess if you're not careful. Always going to be in 4-wheel drive. I know that the ground is frozen. If the ground was not frozen, I wouldn't even consider this. I'm going to make sure we're nice and straight. We have it in V, and here we go. I cannot see where the sidewalk is. Only way I know is because of my old piles. But I love plowing sidewalks. This is fun. And that is it, my friends. If you like that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you think I did anything wrong, let me know. There's lots of ways to plow. I didn't do it the perfect way, I'm sure. But little tutorial. That's a little bit harder of a parking lot, I would say. And that's how I do it. See you on the next one.